Hello and welcome to the Lighthouse. This is going to be the October reading for Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Mars. Hopefully, most of the noise has subsided. I had to wait because there was so many helicopters going by. I'm like, what the heck is going on? But I wanted to do your reading before I went out for my walk because when I come back, I have to do the Midnight Love dedications. Keep in mind that the reading again is general. So take what resonates and leave the rest. If it doesn't fit, don't make it fit. Don't get mad at messages. Again, sometimes you have to say these things because sometimes people start to feel some kind of way. Maybe you should be feeling poised for the month of October. See? Hello, like, what is going on? Why is there so many helicopters? Poised, essential meanings, being ready, bringing something to light, being at your best, and confidence. The Oracle's message, you can be assured that you are ready for anything right now. You know what you need to. Your skills are sharp. You've come to this place armed with wisdom and knowledge, and you sense a new phase of your life about to begin. People respond to your confidence and trust you. This is an auspicious time to begin new things. Relationship message. When you're confident and happy in your own skin, you are ready for deeper, more intimate relationships. You have nothing to prove right now. You are completely yourself and can handle anything. Love, friendships, and harmonious new connections are all present now and are coming in. You're ready to give and receive from the heart. This is a beautiful place to be. Listen to that little bird. Oh, so precious. Prosperity message. You have every reason to feel confident. Everything you need to make your success concrete is now at your disposal. You can take action knowing you are ready to step into your power, into your light, and into your service to the world. The direction you're moving in is your destiny. Your soul is smiling with joy as you align with this truth. Protection message. You're not ready to move forward at this time, and that has to be okay. Be poised in the face of demands and deadlines. Pretending you know what you're doing works sometimes, but if you adopt a fake it till you make it attitude, it will land you in some muck now. This is not the time to wing it and deliver something half finished. It's okay to postpone things until you are really ready. It's better to disappoint others now than to wish you had later. Now, this is especially in regards to any projects. Because again, once it's out there. So make sure we have things the way that we want to present them to the world. Now, where do I stick this book? I got no room over here. Now you have here, I thought I'd pull a past life card, right? You got Celtic for yours. I thought for something different. Because again, past life stuff, we're dealing with karma in regards to past life stuff in this life. So perhaps this will aid us in whatever it is. But I get this card often myself because of a past life that I'm aware of. Because somebody did, one of my spiritual teachers did what's called a walk. I guess maybe that's where they check the Akashic records or whatever it is. And they were on point with what they told me in regards to my stuff, in regards to things that I brought into this life that I needed to shed. Karma, as well as Dharma. Because also you come in to, fix things from the past, but you also bring in with you things that you've already learned. Listen to this little bird. So precious. Celtic. You drew this card because you had a significant past lifetime in Celtic lands and you continue to feel bonded to this culture. Perhaps you've lived in or visited the Isles of Ireland, Scotland, Wales, or England. If so, you may have a sense of deja vu and be an Anglophile, a person who adores these cultures. You're also fascinated with Stonehenge and King Arthur's Camelot. You may have learned the old religion of the Celtic lands, which involved the use of healing herbs and gaining wisdom from oak trees. You could even be an ancient druid in disguise. Your connection to the elemental realm has made you love fairies, elves, and all fae. This is, I will tell you after. You also respect and love trees, especially oaks and willows. For me, it's the angel oak. It's the most. I have that for the earth sign. Actually, I have that for the earth sign cover for the readings. I chose an angel oak tree because it's just magic. If you haven't already done so, schedule some visits to the ancient sacred areas of the United Kingdom and Ireland. Exploring their stone circles, castles, and spiritual artifacts may trigger additional healing memories. Now, I mentioned in one of my old readings, and I don't like to mention it because again, it's some Lord of the Rings kind of shit. Like, but I have an affinity for elemental things, fairies, and all this, and I was told that it is because my twin flame, I was in a lifetime where I was supposed to be a nun. Well, I was a nun. I was studying to become a nun when my twin flame used to come visit me. This is what was told, and he was an elemental, which is why I love fairies and things, because it's of my memory of him. But I won't go into too much of the details of the rest of that life, but because there's obviously a story, and this is your reading, and I don't want to get too much in the story. But there is, again, a significance to when I was in Ireland. I was an Irish girl in Ireland. And I have connections anyway from my family through England and Ireland still now. But anyway, stuff is on point. As far as past life stuff, things that we bring in, let me tell you. Because again, I'm not getting too much into my story, but of course, I can't say, oh, go see a past life regression person or go what, because I don't know who's legit and who's not. But from what that lady did for me, it was on point. So again, there is something to these past life things. Now, what did I want to have here? Oh, hold your vision, right? So whatever you're thinking of, they want you to hold your vision, right? And remain poised, because whatever it is, it seems like it's going to be good. And then we have 48, which is an 11. And 11 is what? I got to look over here because I forget. What's the major arcana for this? Oh, La Force. It's overcoming the devil. Oof. It's the strength card, right? So remain, have courage like the cowardly lion in the Wizard of Oz. Of course, yes, it's an 11. An 11, of course it's an 11. But of course. Listen. One cannot deny thee. Magic of the Now we have, oh wait, let's do a spirit cat. Flow. Meet Zephyr. She is flexible, flowing and gentle, like a light wind. She intuitively responds to the rhythms of the world around her. When a door opens, she just walks through, easy as a breeze. When the door closes, she circles, eddies, and finds a window to slip silently through. She blooms with the spring and knows how to let go with the fall. She is change, and she welcomes change. Her strength comes not through resistance, but through perfect flow, like a river sculpting the rocks, finding and making the space to keep moving. That's right, we can't be stagnant. And then I wanted here to do the question here. This is what you're currently, and then we'll get to these after. What you're currently thinking. We have Six of Cups. So, in this one here, it's not the children, but it's more the romantic people. Because this speaks of soulmates, right? Fond memories of the past, or wishing we can go back to happier times of the past. It's about home, it's about family, again, it's about connection, right? So perhaps, again, since this is more in a romantic sense, and of course we have the Two of Cups in the reverse next to it. And this is what should you be thinking and feeling? So this is what you're thinking and feeling. This is what you should be thinking and feeling. So as you're sitting here reminiscing and hoping and wishing and thinking about past, and again, they're saying that, well, you need to get out of your own way and open up, basically, right? Because the Two of Cups speaks about, again, people coming together. People coming together. But here we're all in our feelings. We're all in the thinking or the emotional feeling of it all. But we're needing to get the gates of steel, perhaps, that we have around us. We need to let that down so we can be open to the Two of Cups instead of just thinking about it, right? And then here, is there anything else I want to say from this? Returning to familiar, I mentioned there about the hometown, family. So again, some people might be thinking of returning home or to be around family as well, right? This is also, again, speaks about our inner child, being childlike. Also childhood wounding, again, because this is what causes us to show up in certain ways, right? It's also about, learning from the past so that we don't repeat mistakes. This is what we're could be contemplating as well, which is why this isn't in the upright. Again, there's consideration, but there's hesitation here. And this is what needs to be changed, right? Struggling to form new partnerships or reluctant to open up due to lack of trust or unfinished business of the past. Fear of expressing one's feelings resulting in disconnect from those around you. Guarded, constrained, right? Or it's also could be speaking about breakups, lack of harmony within a relationship. So I don't know if people are in a situation that they're thinking about when it was better, but they're not. It's not currently. This is also speaks about lack of mutual respect and understanding. A partner thinks that he or she is better than you, or their opinion matters more. Right? This is also, it speaks about affairs, but I don't think what's going on here. I think it's just about more of a fear of opening up. We're guarded, right? Or it could be the other thing. Maybe there's some unhappy. This is how you should be thinking. So I would assume that would mean that we should be open. Here we have the Empress in regards to, what was it? What's blocking us? And this is in the upright. So what's blocking us, again, is us. We're preventing ourselves from having abundance, growth, expansion. This is the mother, the wife. This is also connection with angels and fairies and the traditional Rider-Waite. I'm noticing some symbolism in this card here, but we're not going to go there in this video. Listen. But again, it speaks about new ideas and projects, new ways of being, right? Nurturing, care, support. It's also about the universal energy that's about to intervene in your life. Again, sometimes the universe comes in and says, well, if you're not doing something, we are going to try to move a situation along or move you into whatever. It's about, again, the feminine power. So yeah, we have masculine and feminine, both in male in us, right? And some are operating more from one than the other, and it can change. But the feminine energy speaks again of manifestation, of nurturing, giving birth to something to the world. And this is where we talked about too the possibility of projects or things that we're wanting to put out, right? But maybe we're hesitating in that front too. I don't know what it is, because this could speak about all kinds of areas, right? And this one here was what you should be doing to get out of it, another reversal. And of course, the Hierophant upright, right? He's looking towards the future. He's looking at something here. But listen, there's all kinds of symbolism in here too. But again, we're not gonna go there in this video. But I digress. This is again about doing things, getting out of the box. Whatever is confining us, whatever is keeping us and preventing us from not being so suspicious, or opening up a little bit more, or finding some harmony and balance in our connections, again, instead of reminiscing or thinking about or wanting. Again, we need to make the effort. So again, we can have growth and expansion. So we're not blocking ourselves. And this is about status quo. This is about religious organizations. This is about, power structures or belief systems. Again, maybe our belief systems are somehow, well, obviously, they're preventing us from, and maybe some of it stems from this past life something. Especially if you resonated with it, if you like, Celtic things and fairies and magical stuff too, or you have an affinity for medieval times and Merlin the Magician and knights and again Lord of the Rings shit. I'm all about that stuff. I need to be in a magical environment. I like magic, wonderment, innocence, and it surely isn't here, and in this world, that's for sure. But again, it seems that all systems are go if we can just, go with the flow. Hold our vision, remain poised, figure out again what is keeping us from whatever this is. Obviously, it has something to do with relationships and our own, holding our own self back and needing to, again, release ourselves from constraints of power structures or belief systems or whatever it is. Right? Now have here another chakra card, balance. This is third eye. These people, look at these people. These people don't look happy at all. They think that everything is just not fair. Some bullshit's always happening. Some kind of injustice. Listen, I understand. I must create before the opportunity disappears. So for some, again, this has to do with, I mean, we might be feeling like we need to put something out. Maybe we're feeling that our voice is being stifled in some way, and we wanting to express ourselves, and but we have to make sure that we do it in the right way, and that we don't do anything that is going to be things have to be planned carefully. We have to, make sure, you know what I'm saying? But do hold the vision. Inspiration. Running towards something may chase it away. Be wary of being deceived by your own desires. Oh, perhaps this is about, let's see, what's this? Let me look at here. Sometimes I don't read the stories because sometimes they don't really make any sense. But we'll read the story here. The legend is Periwinkle is a small town theater actor with big time talent. An agent arrives in town and is quite impressed with the young Periwinkle. She offers him a contract and he drops everything that once mattered to him to be available for fame. Feeling sure that his big break is coming, he alienates his loved ones. He signs a contract with the agency, but there are no jobs. He is told he must wait for the right one. He learns that waiting for a dream is not as powerful as living a loving reality. So I don't know if we're dealing with, because again, we're talking about creation. We're talking about wanting to put things out there, you know. And this Hierophant again could represent industries, right? Maybe we're not trusting the industry. Listen, listen. One would be wise to be wise. Because, again, don't go signing any contracts that are going to jack you up. There's some problem, maybe alternative ways. So again, one must be, you know what I'm saying? Personal inquiry, I take me with me wherever I go. Is there a part of my life that may be out of alignment with who I am? Exactly. This is about who am I? Who am I? Why am I here? It's not about who I used to be. It's about who am I today? What am I doing today? How am I being fulfilled today? Where am I expressing myself today? Where am I using my gifts and my talents and my voice to contribute to humanity? Especially during this time, because look, Humanity needs all the help it can get, because it's, look, again, that's another video. Key ideas: chasing illusions, health matters, compulsive behavior, dietary imbalance, being result-oriented, self-neglect, and honoring values. So again, make sure we're not honoring the wrong values. Again, we could be talking about values, belief systems. Again, hesitation because of the status quo, or what the usual, you have to operate within this box, or you have to follow these kind of rules, or you have, and a lot of it, again, these authority figure things, it is something that many people are having to learn to, forget about it, because again, it's an illusion. Keywords again are assistance, courtesy, and support. So making sure we have a support system, not denying ourselves the potential for partnerships, collaborations, to give birth to something to the world, because again, we are not again, if you don't trust the industry, you have good reason. Maybe there are ways around, or maybe again, there's something, I don't know what's going on here. But obviously there is something that we're wanting to express, whether that be through artistic things, career, whatever it is, something that we're wanting to give birth to and put out into the world. But I think this also has to do with a relationship. This also has to do with, again, ourselves, our own doubts and fears and hesitations, and just feeling some kind of way within ourselves, not fulfilled. We're not, perhaps we're just existing and not living. And we're needing to get out of whatever mindset that has us in a I must be, operate within this box kind of thing. There must be some other way. Healthy body, healthy body. My weight is a struggle. My digestive tract is sensitive to stress. Look, every time this card comes out, doesn't Virgo deal with the body? Right? Usually deals with health. I know a lot of these Virgo cards, those say, can be health related things. So maybe people are working on their health. Maybe people feel like they're getting old and they need to do something before it's too late. Maybe they haven't been doing anything. Maybe they are feeling the itch to, maybe they're finding their spark again, and maybe they're needing to prepare themselves for that grand whatever it is, whether that's getting yourself in shape, I don't know what getting yourself healthy mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually, whatever it is. I have healthy self-esteem in multiple areas of my life. I'm satisfied with my ability to fit into a family, a relationship, and a career. I feel good about my intellect and my ability to have a voice in the world. Again, no matter what, your voice, if you have something, a message or something, let your voice be known. The physical stuff can be worked on. Again, it's like a when you go training, right? For the whatever it is. That's why I make sure we're not signing any contracts that are gonna jack us up. We're not holding ourselves back from, again, forming new partnerships, relationships, whatever it is. We're not holding ourselves back from having a voice or putting out our things, or, Money is the root of all evil and unhappiness. This is, of course, healthy joy. See what I saw about here, about something about the industry. Didn't I say here? Someone's not trusting, Well, lots of things happen in the industry that are a little, True joy and happiness come from prosperity in many areas of life. So perhaps again, this is having to do with one's career And perhaps again, when we go here talk about digestive system and stress, maybe again, one's career is stressful. Healthy anger. Oh, healing anger. Sorry. I frequently find fault in myself. I'm not trying hard enough. This is for the people that are, the perfectionists, the people that put high demands on themselves. Right? Well, we always pay this. This stems from childhood wounding, finding faults in ourselves, nitpicking ourselves, thinking, trash talking. I love myself unconditionally. I accept both my strengths and my flaws. Even though I love myself just as I am, I accept the parts of myself that need to change and grow. Okay, we can't beat ourselves up. And those that matter won't mind, and those that mind don't matter in regards to if we're not, you know, perfect, because there's no such thing anyway. Healing fear. I can't tolerate pain and unpleasant feelings. With the help of a good coach, I can set goals and strive for success. This will lessen my pain and make me feel more in control. So again, a lot of times, listen, when you've been through difficulty, you don't want to deal with anything else. You don't want any drama. You don't want to deal with shady stuff. You don't want to like be put through the ringer anymore because you had enough. So again, this can keep people from wanting to do anything because we don't want to make waves. We want things to stay chill. We don't. But at the same time, we're not truly going with the flow. We're hanging out by the riverbank and watching the river go by. We're not on it. We're just, let's do these. This is the cognitive behavioral therapy. How you should be thinking. Do it now. When you find yourself putting off something you need to do, notice if you're telling yourself you'll do it when you feel like it. If you don't feel like doing it now, then you probably won't want to do it later either. So see what it's like to take care of it right away, regardless of your feelings, just because it needs to be done. Procrastination is key. That's not on the card, that's just what I'm saying. Focus outward. This is how you should be acting. Plan a conversation today in which you'll focus your attention entirely on the other person and what they're saying. When talking with others, we often focus on how we sound or what we think the other person thinks of us, especially when we're socially anxious. Notice any shifts in how you experience the discussion when the spotlight of your attention is off of yourself. That's good. It reminds me of the Brady Bunch, right? When they were afraid to be on stage, they said, imagine everybody in their underwear. And for some reason, that worked. Right? So maybe again, if we're taking the thoughts off of ourselves and worrying so much about what other people are going to think about us, when you know who you are, you don't give a shit what anybody else thinks. Opinions are like assholes. Everybody's got them. And it doesn't mean that they are correct. It doesn't even mean that ours are correct. But the opinion that you have of yourself sometimes isn't even correct, especially if it's leaning towards the negative. We're needing to not be so hard on ourselves because we get in our own way here. So here, maybe the conversation is between, if we're talking about this situation, all of this, whatever this is. This is B, breaking the worry cycle. Worry is often driven by the question, what if blank happens? Where the blank is anything we might be afraid of. You can break the cycle of worrying by not arguing with your what if. Instead, tell yourself that might happen, and I would have to deal with it if it did. Then bring your focus to what is actually happening in the moment. Again, we can be in the past, and we can be in the future. But really, it's about the now. You have no control. You just got to, but you can't be in the ivory tower, as us hermits have been, because regardless, the world is happening around you. And what is happening now is kind of forcing a lot of hermits out of their tower. Even though we would rather, go disappear into the woods somewhere and have a nice garden and some animals and just, have a nice fireplace and we can grow our own stuff and, and just have peace. But alas, I don't think that's happening. Unnoticed sounds. Listen today for sounds that you're usually not aware of. For example, your shoes as you slip them on, an orange as you peel it, or the wind chimes in your neighborhood. The sound might be quite subtle and easily missed. What happens when you pay attention to parts of your life that usually go unnoticed? This kind of helps to still the mind as well. It's a good thing, like with meditation, right? You're supposed to be able to tune out the sounds or the hamster in the wheel. But you also pick up on messages from spirit if you know how to listen. Let go of judgments. Our minds are continually judging whether situations are for us or against us. For example, green lights and generous people are good, whereas red lights and irritating people are bad. See if it's possible today to let go of any automatic judgments, opening instead to what is in front of you. Allow yourself to experience reality just as it is. This is again with the projecting, or assuming. That's why, again, maybe perhaps a conversation needs to be had so that we're not stressing and worrying about whatever it is. You know, but people do that. Just like when people will go to readings to try to find out, it's like, well, why don't you ask the person directly? This is, but again, I don't, you know, because out of fear, people don't want to face so they'd rather go around other ways to kind of check out the, you know, is it safe? Should I? But again, sometimes you end up not even making the move, and then the thing passes, the opportunity passes, or the boat passes, or whatever, and you're still sitting on the bank or in the tower or wherever it is. I'm willing to find new ways to express my creativity. Ooh. So again, this has to do with somebody's needing to share their gifts. I open up to spontaneity and accept change. I have absolute faith and trust in life. Oh, I fill myself with love and my love overflows to others. Only in community, only in relationships, only in service can we truly understand the all-encompassing energy of love. Again, service, being of service, sharing something with the world, relationships. I don't know about community, but here we got a lot of people going on here, so this again is for the people that are the hermits. This is myself included. I believe in love, not fear. Fear is what closes minds. Love is what opens the heart and dissolves fear. Deep within me is a solid core of calm and peace. Again, perhaps people are stressing out over here. Don't let people or outside events determine your peace of mind. That's why we're having to remain balanced and not be in all of our turmoil here. Now, there was something else. Oh, Willis asked me to let him save up his energy because he likes he likes he likes the song dedications. Because it takes a lot of energy for the spirit to flip out the card. And I had asked Willis, I said, are you tired? And they said, yes. So like the 2 yes cards came out. And I said, oh, yeah, because, I'm not remembering that, it takes energy for them to flip those out. So when you're doing 2-hour-long readings, this was, of course, after the Midnight Love dedications, it's a lot for them. So I said, would you rather me do these kind of things and pick the cards more than having you do it? And they said, yes. I said, it doesn't matter. They said, no. I said, oh, do you want the weekend off? We still have they said no. I said, oh, you want to do the dedications? And they said yes. So he likes the dedications. I think it's awesome. I think it's awesome that Willis, like I said, this to me, this stuff is awesome. But anyway, so instead of me shuffling as I usually do and letting him, I'm giving him rest until we do the dedications tonight. So I'm just going to be doing this, and I'm going to be picking out some things for you here. Let's see what we get. Challenges force us to grow in new directions. You are in my thoughts and prayers. God's light shines within us all, illuminating our path. Let's see for here. I accept my uniqueness. There is no competition and no comparison, for we are all different and meant to be that way. I am special and wonderful. I love myself. Again, so if anybody's feeling some kind of way, let it go. Again, these bodies are temporary. Life supports me. Thank God. Life created me to be fulfilled. I trust life, and life is always there at every turn. I am safe. And let's perhaps get something for the inner child, because I didn't pick any of these. I am talented. I'm going to list 3 things I'm good at. See, look at this. See, there is a talent, there is a gift, there is something that's meant to be something. Hold your vision. Don't let little stuff hold you back. I am empathetic. I'm going to think of a time I considered the thoughts and feelings of another person and reflect on how that made me feel. Yeah, when the other person didn't turn out to be a shady mofo, you feel great. But when you feel like a fool, and listen, and maybe that's where a lot of people are. Because every time I'm empathetic, seems I get taken advantage of. Look, as I said, you just nip shit in the bud as soon as you start, you know what I'm saying? But don't let the bad apples keep you from whatever it is. I am confident. I'm going to try something that pushes me to step outside of my comfort zone today. See how we have here? Getting out of the box. Getting off of the side of the banks. I am grateful. I'm going to list 3 things I'm grateful for today. And you want an old maid? Let's see what old maid says, and then we'll finish it off. Oh, that's right. I'm not bothering Willis. I keep forgetting. I'm so used to just letting him pick all the cards. Let's see. maybe people feeling like a hobo. Maybe that's where the hesitation comes in, because we've let ourselves go. Listen. It happens to the best of us. Sometimes when you go through difficult things, you look like what you've been through. But understand again that all things, for the most part, are temporary. And if we're feeling like a hobo or looking like a hobo, I'm sure once we put in a little effort, we will clean up nicely. So, or maybe we need to, don't be sitting there, dipping in the vino too much. Well, maybe we need to get out there and, maybe there's some cause for celebration. Or maybe we partying too much, and that's why we having some. I don't know what's going on here, but perhaps. You so not only are we're a hobo dipping in the vino, you know, and maybe we're a bit moody as well. Maybe we're, again, because these people are looking aggravated. So maybe somebody's aggravated. Maybe they're feeling like they're being pushed out of their comfort zone, or maybe because the universe is saying, okay, it's enough of sitting in the castle, and people don't want to get out, or people are, again, there's something that's somebody that oof, what's going on? Oh, singer, look, look, listen. Jeez, you know what I'm saying? I can't even with this. Anyway, singer. Remember I was talking about the industry? Remember I was talking about talents? Remember I was, you know what I'm saying? We got talented here. Look. Listen, I really, what can you say? Happy girl. Girl, guy, whatever it is. Right? Maybe again, you're going to bring some joy. Singing. Right? Give people a reason to celebrate because of your singing. But you're at the moment you're feeling, Look, I don't mean to laugh, but it's just listen. It's classic. I listen. On that note, let us end it here because look, I'll do you an extra. Respect. Perhaps this is about respecting ourselves, respecting our values, respecting whatever it is, respecting how we feel about a situation, right? Respecting ourselves again and our gifts and our talents, and maybe again it's respect for another person. I don't know. We have here birth again with the Empress, birth. This could be actual birth. This could be, a new beginning, a rebirth. And maybe within this rebirth, you'll gain respect. Whether that's you'll respect yourself more, or you'll gain the respect of others, right? Or again, it's just about honoring oneself, honoring one's gifts, honoring one's path, honoring one's whatever it is. And on that note, Virgo, I wish you luck. And until next time, take care. Good luck.